Okay, today I'm going to show you how to apply a firmware update to your Pioneer AVEC series radios. They should all be the same. So the first thing you're going to do is get a flash drive or a micro SD card. Format it to FAT32 for these older 5000 series, 6000 series, 4000 series. Download the firmware from Pioneer support site. And then you're going to unzip it, and there'll be a file. There'll be two files, basically. So when you unzip it, you will actually copy out. You open the folder once and copy that out to the flash drive. And then you're going to come into your settings and scroll down. System information. Firmware update. Continue. It's reading it off the flash drive now. I have it in my glove box since these are all behind. It does have to be in port 1 on the back. So you can see over here, it's reading the files now. It does have to be about a 2 gig flash drive just because it's like 1.3 gigs. So, I recommend probably turning your car on with it. Keep the emergency brake on, because as soon as you start moving, it'll cancel the firmware update. It does take a while to read from the USB. I've kind of want to try it with a micro SD card to see if it would be any faster. But the only thing that this resets is the navigation settings. But other than that, you shouldn't have to worry about backing up your stuff, which unfortunately you cannot back up these to like a USB thumb drive. Kind of like that it says please wait for a while. It's still reading pretty heavily off the USB. So there we go. So you can see here, basic warnings, then it tells you I'm going from version 1.08 to 1.1. Go ahead and hit start. And then it's going to go through here. This takes another little while. This is easy enough. I did, the first time I did one of these, I just dragged the extracted files right onto the flash drive and it was unable to find it. So as long as you don't have corrupt files when you download it, you should be good. So yeah, real straightforward. I mean, extract it. Their instructions online are actually pretty good. They actually have screenshots and stuff in them. So you can see it kept my personalization. Now it's updating too. Can't remember how many times it reboots. I knew it did it at least once, if not twice. You can see the lights are off over here. So this time takes a lot longer. So it's interesting, when you download them, It's actually around 460 meg until you extract it, then it becomes like 1.3 gigs. So I have a 1 gig flash drive that I was going to see if it would fit on, but as soon as I extracted it, I realized it was not going to fit at all. So, I mean, you just have to let your car sit. You can probably do it just on the battery. I leave my car run just in case if it would take, more than 5 or 6 minutes. I mean, you could leave it on the run position, but you never know what could happen. It's less likely that your car or battery would die with your car on. So it's easy enough to do, and it does help with some stuff. You can read and see what they say. I had to update it to version 1.08. I don't have an iPhone, my girlfriend does, so when we take trips, the Apple CarPlay with her remote, or with her cell phone, worked really well. So 1.10, I didn't see any major new features like the Apple CarPlay, but it definitely had some improvements on the Apple CarPlay stuff. And sometimes this updates maps too. Not the actual database of maps, I don't think, just the interface and kind of the main application of the map or navigation. So here we go. We're in the final stretch now. A good thing to know is I actually did try to drive with this on last time I did this, and it'll just restore it back. So there we go. Press the home and it'll reboot again. Still has my personalization. The only thing you want to do, it's off. We can leave it off. Come back into your settings. Firmware information, just make sure. So it did update the navigation a little bit. I'm trying to think. And the only other thing, if you come into navigation, it's going to have to load here. I do this just because if you're in a rush to get somewhere, the first time starting this up takes a while. So before you go anywhere, I would recommend doing this after a reset or a firmware update. Again, this is another one that you can't move your car with. So there we go. Select, now it's loading. Accept. Yeah, sure, why not? I barely use my navigation, so sure, Amy's fine. And there we go. So now she's all set. So there you have it. It's not too hard. It takes a while. It looks about 10 minutes to do this, plus whatever it takes to download. So thanks for watching.